Before Greece, before even Assyria, there was an empire so powerful it once went head-to-head with Pharaoh Ramses II of Egypt, and yet today, most people have never heard of it. Who were the Hittites? Why did their empire vanish so completely from history that scholars only rediscovered it in the 20th century? Stay with us as we journey into the forgotten world of chariots, treaties, and iron warfare. This is Undercover History Updates, and today we uncover the incredible legacy of the Hittites, the empire history forgot. The Hittites weren't born in the sands of Egypt or the fertile crescent of Mesopotamia. They rose in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, around 1600 BCE. Their capital, Hattusa, was a fortress city carved into a remote plateau, encircled by massive stone walls and lion gates. They spoke an Indo-European language, making them linguistic cousins to Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit. While the Babylonians and Egyptians wrote on papyrus or clay, the Hittites chiseled their words into stone, helping preserve their legacy even when the empire crumbled. And here's something almost no one knows. They were among the first to sign a peace treaty in recorded history, the Treaty of Kadesh. The Hittites weren't just warriors, they were diplomatic power brokers. They maintained complex relationships with Egypt, Babylon, and Assyria, often using marriage alliances and political espionage to keep rivals in check. But when diplomacy failed, their chariots thundered into action. Hittite chariots were heavier and carried 3 warriors compared to Egypt's 2-man design. That extra man, a shield bearer or spear thrower, deadly. The Hittites were also early adopters of iron weaponry, centuries before others. This gave them a fearsome edge in battle. In 1274 BCE, the Hittites faced Egypt in the Battle of Kadesh. Pharaoh Ramses II led the Egyptians, while the Hittite king Muwatalli II commanded a coalition of allies. This was one of the largest chariot battles in history, with over 5,000 chariots in the field. While Egyptian inscriptions claimed victory, historians now believe the battle ended in a stalemate. But what came after was unprecedented. The first known peace treaty, written in both Egyptian and Akkadian, etched on tablets that still survive today. A copy hangs in the United Nations headquarters as a symbol of ancient diplomacy. Unlike many empires that crushed other cultures, the Hittites were surprisingly tolerant. They absorbed gods, myths, and customs from conquered peoples, building a pantheon of over 1,000 deities. Their religion was a melting pot, and they often practiced rituals from other lands alongside their own. Even their legal system was progressive. Laws protected women, slaves had rights, and punishment was often monetary, not brutal. It was a unique fusion of toughness and flexibility. So what happened? By 1200 BCE, the great Hittite cities were suddenly abandoned. Hattusa fell. The empire disappeared. No written records explain why. Theories abound. Climate change leading to crop failure and famine, invasion by the sea peoples, mysterious raiders who also struck Egypt, internal rebellions due to overextension and economic strain. Most likely, it was a perfect storm of disasters. Whatever the cause, the once mighty Hittite empire vanished almost overnight. And here's the twist. For over 3,000 years, the world forgot they ever existed. It wasn't until the early 1900s that archaeologists stumbled upon clay tablets in Turkey, written in a script no one recognized. Enter Bedřich Hrozný, a Czech linguist who cracked the code in 1915 and revealed the language of the Hittites. What scholars found was astounding. Detailed letters, treaties, prayers, even receipts. A fully functioning imperial bureaucracy that rivaled Egypt and Mesopotamia, and yet most school books still barely mention them. The Hittites may be forgotten, but their impact endures. Their diplomacy influenced future empires. Their iron tools helped usher in the Iron Age. Their laws and tolerance hinted at a more inclusive model of empire. In fact, some believe remnants of the Hittites evolved into later Anatolian kingdoms that helped shape early European civilizations. They were, in every sense, a bridge between East and West. The Hittites didn't leave behind pyramids or hanging gardens. They left walls, treaties, and fragments of stone that whisper secrets of a forgotten empire. And maybe that's why we overlook them. They ruled not by spectacle, but by strategy. But now, with every excavation and translated tablet, their story is coming back to life. So the next time someone asks you who fought Egypt at Kadesh or who first wielded iron in war, tell them the Hittites did. If this forgotten chapter of history fascinated you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more incredible discoveries from the past. Stay curious.